Welcome everyone to this week astrology for the week of September 7th to September 13th. I hope everybody is doing well. I am Joshua the Psychic. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and of course, welcome back if you're returning. You can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. So, we have been under this waxing moon cycle from the Virgo new moon that we had on the 23rd. So the energy, if you're catching this live before the 7th of September, we're focusing on that Virgo energy. What systems do we need? What routines do we need? What new habits do we want to implement in our lives? Because after this new moon on the 23rd of August, we entered the waxing moon cycle. This is the lunation cycle prior to eclipse number 1 of this season, which will be on September 7th. So the period from the new moon to the full moon is the waxing moon cycle, in which we're focusing on what we want and we're drawing in energy. We're pulling in energy. Ideally, what will happen is you'll determine what it is that you want. You'll play it over in your head. You'll visualize it, and then you'll take inspired action. You'll get these intuitive nudges to do this or to do that, and then you're manifesting. So we get a few more days of that if you're catching this live. So Saturn is the planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility, and it has been retrograde already, but it was retrograde in Aries. Now it's backing into Pisces. So Saturn is all about restriction, limitation, and responsibility, and Pisces is all about spirituality, creativity, and imagination. So with Saturn retrograding in Pisces, we're having to be responsible when it comes to our spirituality, when it comes to our subconscious, when it comes to our creativity and imagination. In a lot of respects, Saturn retrograde in Pisces is all about balancing discipline, Saturn, with faith, Pisces. So we're blending responsibility with trust in life's flow. Also, last we spoke, Mercury, planet of communication, has entered its home sign, or one of its home signs, Virgo, as of September 2nd. And it will stay in Virgo until September 18th. So this is going to be an important time for us to really mind the details, to get organized, and to think critically. Discernment is a key Virgo word. So use discernment to solve problems with clarity and logic. You want to check and double check. You want to gain the power of the overall view. And you want to make sure that you're being precise as possible in your writing, planning, and communications. Also, last we spoke, planet of revolution, awakening, and change, Uranus, has gone retrograde in Gemini, and it will be so in Gemini until the 7th. It's going to continue its retrograde status, though, as it backs into Taurus. But while Uranus is retrograde in Gemini, we're getting comfortable with the new thought patterns, the new communications that we may expect if we do indeed change our home, change our relationship, change our job. When Uranus is retrograde, we're getting comfortable on the internal landscape with those changes that you might want to implement. And then theoretically, when Uranus goes direct, which will be on February 3rd, 2026, then we're going to be implementing those changes. So with Uranus retrograde in Gemini, you got to start thinking about the way you need to think once you manifest these changes, or how you need to think in order to implement those changes in your life. This is also a really great time to rethink your connections, reassess your networks, your friendships, the things you do on a regular basis. Certainly look at your mindset. That's going to be really key. Like if you want to make a big change, well, what kind of thinking needs to adapt in order for those changes to be successful? And with Uranus retrograde in Gemini, it's always important to stay flexible. Let shifting perspectives inspire clarity and creativity. So let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it, make the most of just one small day, as that's what we do here on This Week Astrology. So we're starting the week off on a bang because it's not only the sun's day, but it's the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. Sunday is, of course, the sun's day. It's the day of the week ruled by the sun. So it's a great day to do things that light you up with joy, that are creative, that are fun, that really serve your inner child and allow you to just really just enjoy life. Like, that's really key. And we do indeed have our Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. You can check out all my resources in the description for that, horoscopes and taroscopes, etc. So with this eclipse, we're letting the universe have its way with us, right? We've been focusing on what we want for a long time. We've been letting go of things we no longer need. And when these eclipses, it's a turning point. So let the universe have its way with you, so to speak, and allow yourself to go with the flow. Go with the flow. There's a lot of abundant energy with this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. And of course, your moon all day on Sunday will be in Pisces. Keywords for your Pisces moon on Sunday: compassionate, intuitive, artistic, empathetic, sensitive, imaginative, selfless, escapist, idealistic, romantic, adaptable, kind, and creative. And 7, numerologically on Sunday, embodies introspection and spirituality. Think wisdom, contemplation, and understanding. It's all about inner growth and a quest for knowledge. And additionally, perfect for Virgo season, it's National Pet Rock Day. Find magic in simplicity. This steady presence grounds your energy, absorbs worries, and reminds you that peace and balance can be found in the quietest forms. So this is a great day to spend some quality time with your pet rock, if you have one. And if you don't have one, well, I would say this is a great time to start a new relationship. Enjoy a pet rock. It's perfect for Virgo season, and it might help to ground you, which is always great. Now, after Sunday, after our full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, we now start the waning moon cycle. So what is love flows, what is not goes, right? So we're doing that. We're letting go of things that no longer serve us until the 21st of September, at which point we're then going to be having our second of 2 new moons in Virgo on the 21st, and we're going to be talking about that very soon. We'll be talking about that next week. And on Monday, the 8th of September, Monday is the moon's day, the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care, nurture your subconscious mind, and don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought, especially around the full moon, right? Because our subconscious is super open. So you want to do whatever you can to get as in good a mood as possible and think those thoughts that feel good. And of course, now we're under the waning moon cycle. We're letting things go. We're removing blocks. This is a great time to release anything from your life that no longer serves you. On Monday, your moon will be in Pisces until 2:36 p.m. Eastern. So dream, flow, trust your intuition. And then come 2:36 p.m. East, the moon shifts to fiery Aries. So ignite fresh energy, act boldly, and start moving on what inspires you. Follow your excitement like a breadcrumb trail, right? Because your excitement is that built-in mechanism that says, go here, do this. This is for you. And that's especially important under that Aries moon because you're going to get to be more authentic and you're going to be able to assert yourself much better under that Aries moon. And numerologically, it is an 8. 8 represents power and material success. It signifies ambition, authority, and efficiency, balancing achievement with ethical conduct. Also, it's National Ampersand Day. Celebrate the elegant ampersand, born from the Latin et. It's a mark of connection that has linked words, ideas, and people together for centuries. So maybe in your doodle break on Monday, you can practice your ampersands. That could be a lot of fun, enjoying your ampersands on Monday. And on Tuesday, the 9th of September, we have a double 9. My goodness, that's a number of completion, and it's a number of the universe. Tuesday is Mars's day. Planet of action, drive, and initiative rules your day. So be sure to do anything that requires extra courage, confidence, conviction. It's a really great get stuff done day. And this is doubly so because the moon will be in fiery Aries. You can get a lot done. Moon in Aries, keywords: energetic, courageous, adventurous, dynamic, confident, impulsive, assertive, enthusiastic, competitive, headstrong, and independent. And 9, numerologically, embodies humanitarianism and compassion. It signifies empathy, generosity, and idealism. Think universal love with a global perspective. And as if that wasn't enough, it's When Pigs Fly Day. It's a day to believe in the impossible. Open your mind to wild possibilities. Let optimism lift you higher, and trust that miracles can take unexpected flight. So anything is possible, and the more you can believe in your limitlessness, the more you will be limitless. So keep that in mind. Maybe you'll look outside, you may indeed see pigs flying. That might be really cool. You never know. You never know. And on Wednesday, the 10th of September, Wednesday is Mercury's day. Planet of communication rules the day. I'm happy to report that Mercury retrograde is out of its post-shadow period, so communication should be much easier nowadays. And of course, we're under that waning moon cycle, so what is love flows, what is not goes. And we'll have an Aries moon on Wednesday until 4:03 p.m. Eastern. So act boldly, spark momentum, and take initiative. That shift to Taurus moon, very different energy, come 4:03 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, is going to help us to slow down, savor comfort, and build with patience and stability. So essentially what you do is you start something under the Aries moon, and you either nurture it, bringing it closer toward completion under that Taurus moon, or if you can, finish it off. Taurus likes tangible results. It wants things done, but it is patient in getting them done. So if you have some projects that you've started under the Aries moon earlier in the week or earlier this year, well, you can nurture them, nurture your projects under that Taurus moon. And it's a very sensual moon, so be sure to do something nice and kind for your body. Numerologically on Wednesday, it's a 10, which symbolizes completion and renewal. Number 10 is all about accomplishment, innovation, and transition, merging endings with new beginnings. Right? Because it's a 10, a climactic point, but it also is a 1 because the cross sum of 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So it is a completion, an ending, as well as a new beginning, all at the same time. And because it's Mercury's day, Swap Ideas Day is going to be a wonderful experience this year. So share your thoughts and listen in return. Fresh perspectives spark creativity, connections deepen, and collaboration turns simple ideas into something greater. So this is a great time to brainstorm with other people. If you have ideas for how you want your life to go and what you want to manifest, it might be a good idea to talk to somebody about it. Ideally, you'll talk to somebody who has done it before, or people who are supportive that can help you reach your goals. So definitely communicate. This is definitely a wonderful time to communicate with Mercury in its home sign of Virgo. And you never know what you might learn or what you might teach on Swap Ideas Day. And on Thursday, the 11th of September, Thursday is Jupiter's day, planet of expansion, growth, and opportunity. So it's a very lucky day, the luckiest day of the week. And of course, we're under our waning moon. So you might want to think, what is in your way? What's keeping you from playing big, for being the main character in your life? What is making you play small? And what can you release that is doing that, right? How can you release anything that is keeping you from expansion and growth? Your moon will be in Taurus all day on Thursday. Keywords for your Taurus moon include reliable, patient, practical, sensual, determined, stable, loyal, stubborn, artistic, comfort-seeking, and persistent. And it is a master karma number on Thursday because it's an 11. Whenever you have two of the same digits side by side, that's a master karma number. So 11 represents inspiration and intuition. It's all about idealism, visionary insights, and enlightenment. Think of balancing your dreams with reality, right? Because it's a mirror image, that 11. And I love this. It's Libraries Remember Day. Honor the quiet spaces that preserve stories, support communities, and stand as beacons of learning, welfare, and shared growth. You might want to visit your library or donate to your library or even encourage a youngster to go to the library. I was very lucky. I was brought up in Boston or very close to Boston, so I got to go to the BPL, the Boston Public Library, as a youngster. And I'll tell you, what a wonderful, wonderful place with all those books, so much learning. So maybe you'll check out your local library on Thursday. I think with the advent of the internet, I'm sure libraries have taken a bit of a hit, but there's something special about that library. So be sure to enjoy libraries on Thursday. However, and on Friday, the 12th of September, Friday is, of course, Venus's day. Planet of love, abundance, and money rules your day. So be sure to spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, of course, but particularly on Friday. And you get a double whammy of Venus energy because your moon will be in Venus ruled Taurus on Friday until 5:38 p.m. Eastern. So ground yourself, seek comfort, and move with steady focus. Then, come 5:38 p.m. Eastern, Luna will shift to Gemini, which is going to make things much more talkative, much more spry. It's a time to connect, share ideas, and follow curiosity where it leads you. Gemini is very curious, whereas Taurus, that Taurus moon energy prior to Gemini, it's kind of okay, just as things are, right? So you'll get itchy feet most likely come that Gemini moon, 5:38 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And 12 numerologically embodies wholeness and education. It signifies experience, knowledge, and introspection, blending learning with self-awareness. And 12 is a very abundant number. The cross sum of 12 is 3. And if you know the tarot, well, of course, card number 3 is the Empress, which aligns with Venus, it aligns with Taurus. So it's a very abundant day. In fact, we got two beautiful aspects. The Sun and Mercury in Virgo will be making sextiles to Jupiter in Cancer. So the Sun in Virgo, sextile Jupiter in Cancer, growth through clarity and care. Focus on practical optimism, nurture opportunities, and take steady steps towards success. So that Sun in Virgo is having us organize. It's having us focus on health and work and getting our lives running like a well-oiled machine. And with that sextile to Jupiter in Cancer, whatever we do that's Virgo-y, however we shine like a Virgo, we're going to achieve higher levels or deeper levels of emotional security and contentment. Also, Mercury, planet of communication, also in Virgo, will sextile Jupiter in Cancer. So expansive ideas flow with clarity and care. It's a great day to share knowledge, to refine your plans, and welcome conversations that open new doors. So with Mercury in Virgo sextiling Jupiter in Cancer, the way that we think, especially in a Virgo way, organized, detailed, minding the details, making sure there's nothing around that doesn't serve any practical purpose. That's going to help us also achieve deeper levels of emotional security. And what might actually help with that is a chocolate milkshake, because indeed, Friday is Chocolate Milkshake Day. Simple, sweet, and delectable chocolate milkshakes aren't just one of the best treats of all time. They're also a reminder of innocence and a symbol of America's favorite pastime, eating ice cream or drinking ice cream, as the case may be. So put a quarter in the jukebox for old time's sake and enjoy a chocolate milkshake on Venus's day. It's perfect, especially with that Taurus moon earlier in the day, because Taurus loves, well, Taurus is a foodie and they like their milkshakes. And even when the moon is in Gemini later on Friday, it's a great time to get a milkshake. You could find a nice place for a milkshake in your neighborhood or to go with friends. That would be a very Gemini moon thing to do on Friday. And on Saturday, the 13th of September, Saturday is Saturn's day, the planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility. So it's a good day to get your ducks in a row, to set yourself up for success for that week ahead. Now, we have our Gemini moon all day on Saturday. So it's all going to be about choice. There might be a lot of communications. You might be hopping around, going here, going there. Stay curious under your Gemini moon on Saturday. Talk it out and explore new ideas. Flexibility on Saturday brings insight. So follow connections and let conversations guide your path. And it's a 13. 13 is actually not a negative, evil number, of course. It's a nice stable number, actually, because the cross sum of 13 is stable number 4. 13 on its own does indeed, though, represents transformation and renewal. It signifies resilience, innovation, and change. Think rebirth with overcoming challenges. And because of that Gemini moon that you'll have all day on Saturday, it begins with a choice. I'm choosing to change. I'm choosing to transform. I'm choosing excellence. I'm choosing faith. And that's key because remember, Gemini is a dualistic sign. It's all about duality. So you'll always have the choice to see things differently. Plus, on Saturday, you have the Sun in Virgo conjuncting Mercury in Virgo. Oh my goodness. So it's going to be quite the communication heavy day on Saturday. Clear focus meets sharp insight. So we're going to be able to gain insight with this very, very sharp aspect. Align your thoughts with purpose, refine details, and communicate with precision and impact. This is definitely a light bulb moment day, so be sure to write things down, especially if you are indeed socializing on Saturday when you come back home after talking and listening. You may write some ideas down because you'll likely get some insights with this beautiful aspect with the Sun conjuncting Mercury. Also, if you're into communicating, like writing or public speaking, this is definitely a very good day for it. I think the only challenge is there might be so much information, it's a little challenging to keep up with it all. But you can do it. It's a Virgo energy that we're under, right? With the Sun in Virgo. So it's a matter of distilling. This is useful. This is not useful. Additionally, it's National Peanut Day. So celebrate on Saturday the humble powerhouse, the peanut. It's packed with flavor and energy. These little gems nourish the body, spark creativity, and remind us of life's simple pleasures. So definitely have some peanuts on Saturday. That could be a nice little treat. Maybe while you're getting your ducks in a row on Saturday, you'll enjoy some peanuts. Well, we did it, folks. We went through every single day of the week. Sorry I wasn't able to join you live today, but I hope this is helpful. Do check out my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. And also check out all of my free resources listed in the description below. I'll see you next time and have a great week. Take good care. Bye-bye.